Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. If you have a different opinion, if you don't like the same things that I like, then you are nothing more than a filthy bigot, full of hate and misogyny and bigotry, and just, at least, that's the narrative trying to be pushed, and the usual suspects are at it again. Rewriting Ripley reared its ugly head about 3 years ago with nothing less than a targeted harassment campaign. A bunch of content creators claiming white supremacy, misogyny, and hate targeted towards the Star Wars sequel trilogy and won. And that's an interesting statement because we still got a whole bunch of crap coming out of Disney Star Wars. And, their little campaign, which, like I said, was nothing less than a targeted harassment campaign. It went exactly where you would expect it to go, which is nowhere. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? A few days ago, they decided to rear their ugly little head, of course, tagging in YouTube. Team YouTube on Twitter. Rewriting Ripley comes in with a handful of YouTubers have jeopardized the safety of our community. How? And the creatives we loved for too long. How? Because they have opinions, because they make crass, off-colored jokes. Are you really? Jeopardizing the safety. A little bit hyperbolic there. The Star Wars fandom demands action. At Team YouTube, demonetize Nerdrotic, Ryan Kinnell, and Geeks and Gamers. Hate shouldn't be a career path. I don't even know what to say. Demanding that these channels be demonetized simply because you don't like their opinions. That's a bit of a reach there. Well, Team YouTube hadn't responded in a timely manner, so Rewriting Ripley came out again. Hello, Team YouTube. The Star Wars community would at very least appreciate a formal response or update in regard to our well-documented, this shit video right here. Not watching that again. And pressing concerns about YouTubers pushing prolonged harassment because we didn't like the Acolyte, because we don't like the direction that Disney Star Wars is going. That is what you would call a prolonged harassment campaign? No, dear viewers, dear listeners, what Rewriting Ripley here is doing, along with numerous Star Wars shills that I would love to show you, but they blocked me. I feel so proud. I'm getting blocked by the usual suspects. What you're doing here, Rewriting Ripley, is an actual, documentable, targeted harassment campaign, demanding content creators be demonetized because you don't like what they're saying. Well, I wonder how that worked out for you. Thanks for reaching out. Just heard back and confirmed that the content is not violative and will remain up. We totally understand you may not agree with this decision, but we reviewed this video very carefully. It is not against our policies. Oh dear. Oh dear. The usual suspects are responding, but let's see what the victims of this targeted harassment campaign are feeling. Well, rough week for Disney Star Wars fans. Yes, it is a bit of a rough week. You had The Acolyte canceled, no season 2, simply because, apparently a bunch of content creators came out and said it was terrible. If you genuinely believe that content creators voicing their opinions can sway the viewership of a TV show, then maybe you should put a little more effort into your own videos as to why you like it and why you think a particular piece of medium is good, instead of, spending all your time calling people names. How about that? Master of the TDS has a good one here. Getting the picture yet? Let me spell it out for you. Opinions you don't agree with aren't hate speech. 100% correct. That is something that we seem to be missing out on a lot of. A different opinion, just because you don't like it, does not equate to hate speech. Nothing you keep bringing up violates YouTube policy. Yes, no one is telling their audience to go after anyone, unlike you, Rewriting Ripley, and the usual Disney Star Wars shows. You're a minority acting like the majority, and guess what? You have no power anymore. Time to grow up and accept reality. Or, like I said before, maybe, watch the shows that you are screaming about. Watch the shows that you are praising, that you are demanding a season 2 for. Watch those shows and tell everyone in full detail, not in little 5-minute spoiler-free videos that, ooh, I liked it, it was good, it was intriguing. Stop doing that. Go scene by scene. EFAP it, so to speak. Go through the show and tell everyone what was good about it, what performances were good, what was good about the story, without using vagaries. Well, apparently, Rewriting Ripley didn't seem to like what good old Team YouTube had to say. Team YouTube, this is an admission that you have not reviewed our concerns. Oh, really? So now you didn't get your way, so you're going after Team YouTube. I don't think that's going to work out well for you, but hey, what do I know? Proven by saying this video when there are 10 plus videos in question. So are you trying to say that you went out and falsely reported particular videos for hateful content and didn't get the results you wanted because YouTube went in there, Team YouTube went in there and reviewed your concerns and said, no, it actually doesn't go against our terms of service. What you're doing is false flagging. What you're doing, Rewriting Ripley, Disney Star Wars shills, is abusing the system. Think maybe that's against the terms of service, dear Team YouTube? However, thank you for confirming your inability to take safety seriously because, ladies and gentlemen, a commentary video with an opinion that you don't like is a safety concern. People are going to get hurt. Really? You and your advertisers will be hearing more from us soon. Well, that sounds like a threat. Additionally, I would like to point out, Team YouTube, that no one in Star Wars fandom has requested select videos be removed. Simply that a handful of YouTube channels be demonetized. On what grounds? On what grounds exactly? Rewriting Ripley? The lack of clarity in your response to address our real concerns is appalling. So you just want people to be demonetized because you don't like their opinions, and that seems a little ridiculous to me. Because, well, Rewriting Ripley, we don't like the opinions of the Disney Star Wars shills that are constantly running their mouths with disingenuous reactions. We don't like them. We don't want them to be monetized. I think YouTube should go out and demonetize them. Is that what you want? Because that's the end result. Tit for tat, ladies and gentlemen. What you have to understand is you don't start shit on the channel because it will affect you as well. Why don't people understand that? Be careful when you start making waves, because especially when you're in the pool. But there's one final little thing, because Madam Savvy, go follow her, go subscribe to her YouTube channel, because she is so wonderfully eloquent with words. And you know what? She suffered through Dustborn just like myself and deserves all the subs. And she's, never mind. Quote, we didn't get what we wanted. Now we're going to try and bully you with vulture lawyers. Savvy says, who are you to declare yourself moral arbiter? 100%. Who decides exactly? Let the people decide, ultimately. If you don't like what the channel is putting out there, don't follow the channel. Don't watch the videos. Ignore them. But you don't know how to do that because you have a narrative to push. You want everyone to have the same opinion as you, and if anyone has a different opinion, they must be silenced. A little bit ridiculous. They can say things you hate, but that does not make it hate speech. And by trying to play the bully game, we played a game like that where bullying was a positive thing in the game. Interesting. Good choice of words there, Savvy. Play the bully game and puff out your chest, what little of it there is. And all you do is look like a naked peacock. You cannot police emotions nor words. Freedom of expression is important, very much so. People will react to ideas thrown out on the free and open market, which is, that's how this all works. People don't have successful YouTube channels unless others find them that they agree with, or that they agree with on the most part. I follow numerous channels that I agree with, but not 100%. It would be boring to be in a content creator echo chamber. I don't even agree 100% with my co-hosts. Okay? What sort of discussion could you possibly have? What sort of entertaining back and forth discussion could you actually have on a piece of media, whether it's a video game, movie, or TV show, if you agreed with the person you're talking to or the people you talk to, if you agreed with them 100% all the time, that would get exponentially boring, one discussion after another. We do not want to silence different opinions, regardless of whether or not we agree with them. We want them out there, all of them out there in the free and open market. Let's continue. People react to ideas thrown out on the free and open market. Said that already. Why you also feel the need to go to bat for a multi-billion-dollar company who pays women 19% less, acolyte pay difference, sorry, has poor business practices and would never go to bat for you is beyond me. Just close your laptop, take a deep breath, have some lavender tea. In other words, go touch grass. It's rather sad. The reaction to this, I had a few people on my Discord, they say, watch out, people, they're going to be coming after you. They're targeting this channel. They're targeting Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker and EFAP and all these other channels. This is nothing new to these channels. It's happened before. It will happen again, and it will have the same results. You have to figure that most of them should be smart enough, and I try to do the same. Take a little care with your words. Make sure you are clear. Because otherwise, lunatics like Rewriting Ripley will clip anything and everything you say to try and use it against you, regardless of whether or not it is an obvious joke. So, I'm not concerned. Nerdrotic was definitely not concerned. And the reply from Team YouTube, right here. Thank you for reaching out. I'll read it one more time. Just heard back and confirmed that this content is not violative, which means it does not violate the terms of service, but you already knew that, and will remain up. We totally understand you may not agree with this decision, but we reviewed this video very carefully against our policies, which means, hi, I understand you don't like what they're saying, but it doesn't go against our terms of service. I understand. I've gotten a few comments about, I talk about censorship and entertainment in video games when there's a remake or remaster or whatever. And I do tend to play around with words, censor myself in a way, shape, or form, simply because in order to get your message out on the platform that is YouTube, you have to play the game. Be careful with what you say while getting the message out that you want to get out. You have to make these decisions. What's more important? It's the message or the words that you're using. Every content creator has to figure this out and play the game one way or another, or they will simply be silenced for going against the terms of service. But that's enough rambling for now. It's so much fun going on. This is the part where we put our heads back in laughter. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things us YouTubers beg you to do, and I do hope to see you on the next one.